Hello, everyone. This is Cameron the Wolf. Welcome to another video, and today it is Reforj. Reforj has just came out with title update 1 for the pre-alpha. So we're going to go over the patch notes and the improvements, features, and the bug fixes. So let's just go right into it. So, new features. We have corner sculpting, which is really awesome. We've been wanting this for the last 30 days almost, because a lot of shapes that we want to make in the game require corners. And if we want it to look really nice, we needed corner sculpting, and we finally have it. This is like the most requested feature that we've been wanting. The second item is an ore campfire. So this doesn't give off any lighting, which I do find weird, and hopefully they do implement it as a light source, but we can finally set our own spawn point with it, which is really cool. I think using a campfire to do a spawn point is pretty unique. And then finally, we have a scanner they've added into the game. So the bracer, pretty much whatever you're looking at, if you press right on the D-pad, it tells you everything about that particular item and its name and a description, and it's really awesome, really nice. I really like it. I'm really glad they added the game, because sometimes in the nighttime, in the dark, you're looking at an object and you have no clue what it is. So it's really awesome that they added this. Now I just need them to use the left D-pad in creative to pick a block, so then I can just, whatever item I want to be using, I can just press left of the D-pad to do it. The last new feature is the leaf decay. So now when you break down trees, it will get rid of all the leaves for you instantly, which is really nice. Now there's no longer just floating leaves like how it is in Minecraft. So now we're into the improvements. We have the rebalance fall damage. That's actually really awesome. You should die falling 6 blocks, which is like crazy. So now it's you can fall a lot higher and take less damage, which is really nice. So you can survive greater falls, which is really fantastic. They added the ability to toggle the HUD off, which is really nice. So now you can take some good screenshots of the build you build. They also updated the HUD to make it clearer when the player is taking damage and when they have low health. The eating animation now shows the food being consumed, which is an awesome change. It's really nice to see the food that you're eating. They also added screenshots to the world saves, which is really nice. It's nice to see the world now of the world that you're selecting in the load menu. They updated the tutorial world for the new features. This one is really curious because I don't know how they did it in the saved worlds. But the ore distribution is changed for both new worlds and saved worlds. So it's kind of interesting to see how that happened in saved worlds if everything is already created, unless if the way they load the world, it just like shifted it, since the world knows where every block is. So it could have just changed it, I guess. I don't know. That one seems the most interesting because it's really technical, and it's really curious to see what it is. The biggest improvement I like is that mobs can be killed with one hit in creative mode now. So now a Kibi or a Tunneler Scout comes near me, they die in one shot. So it's really nice. In survival mode, Tunneler Scout, if it gets hit by you, will now attack you if you don't have enough aura to attract it, which is really cool. Now we have the bug fixes. Immortal Kibis are now immortal. The player is no longer able to fall, teleport, or clip through certain sculpted elements. You could literally fly through just sideways blocks and get out of the map. It's kind of actually really cool. Sad that they fixed it, but it was needed because in survival you could fall into a cave and just fall out of the world. So it's glad that they fixed that. Uncollected items now don't follow you when you die or when you respawn in. This one was curious because I did not know it, but you were able to collect a white water collectible element, which I kind of wish I knew about that, because now I'm curious to know if that was like, if the water would be placeable or not. So now, since it's no longer possible, I'm kind of disappointed in that, because now if I could have had a collectible water element and place water down while building, that would have been so nice, because I'm building an aquarium right now. So they also fixed the issue causing water block to spawn by placing tall plants either underwater or just below the surface. They also fixed a bug when viewing ice at certain angles while swimming. The audio for placing or breaking elements or crossing the world boundary now plays consistently. It's no longer possible to break elements at the same time as attacking a mob. Dive bombing into the ground while in first-person camera mode no longer makes the character's arm appear briefly. Trees no longer spawn in save worlds where they did not previously spawn, so you literally could save the world, exit out, and then save back, reload back in, and it would spawn a tree randomly. So they fixed that, so that's not an issue anymore. They resolved issue with shadows, large structures where the shadow could render incorrectly. They fixed that. I didn't really have any issues, I don't think, with large structures, because that's pretty much all I've been building lately is super large structures. The shadow has been rendering correctly for me, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I had an issue with that. They resolved a 180 camera flip that could occur occasionally. I had that happen a few times. I hate that they changed this. You can no longer place elements on top of mobs. It was really nice to just place a block on top of a kiwi or a tunneler scout and then go around it so you can trap them. Can't do that no more. This one also makes me really sad. The world ceiling distance is added now, so you can't infinitely fly upwards. I think someone said I haven't tested it, but someone said that it's 5'11" is the max you can go flying upwards. If that's really the case, I really do hope they make it a little bit taller. I like to fly up super high so I can fly, and also I can look down and not see the world underneath me. So hopefully they can change that to be higher if it's actually 5'11". I would love it to be like 2,000. Just be up super high in the air. The bedrock at position 000 no longer flickers. That was an interesting glitch. The mining animation visual effects should now play consistently when triggered. Water should no longer unexpectedly push the player whilst in creative mode. That's actually a big change too that I like. Water would push you while you were like flying underwater and placing blocks, and it would be super annoying. The world save name is now only limited to 32 characters, so you can't make a super long name for your world. Character animation is no longer breaking as a result of transitioning from gliding to creative mode flying, which is really nice. That's a good change. The tunneler scout mob no longer clips through elements placed close to them during their charge attack, which is fantastic. It would be really annoying placing a block down and then the tunneler scout going through it and still being able to hit you. The character's leg no longer spasm when falling from the edge of an element, then gliding or strafing. I don't know if they fixed it, if it's in here or not. I'm assuming it is, but you could break your character model and make it spaz out. So I'm assuming the character's leg no longer spasm and the other character animations fixes it, so it doesn't do that anymore. I'm assuming. I know they said in the bug fixes that they had it fixed and it would be coming out. So I'm assuming it's in this update. I could be wrong though. Who knows? But that is pretty much it for title update 1 for Reforj, which is pretty fantastic. Adds some much needed things. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what future updates will hold. Hoping multiplayer comes soon, and hopefully they add more people, because I think it'd be really fun to play multiplayer in this game. The world looping is just fantastic too. So that's pretty much it. This is Cameron the Wolf, and I will catch you guys later in another video. Bye.